As Coach Steve, the Affordable Life Coach, have been doing coaching people for 14 years now. If you're interested in ridiculously affordable sessions and just give it a try, the consultation's complimentary. Email me in the description. Today we're going to talk about not lying to ourselves and knowing how to deal with people that come to you with problems or are habitual complainers. They're negative, and these could be friends, family members. And it's a very powerful way to see where you're at and where the other person is at. And what I tell some of my clients that are in this state is that when you want to do something, you find solutions and you take action. When you don't want to do something, you make excuses and stay stagnant. And it's absolutely true every time. You want to do something, you make a plan, even if it's very small, incremental baby steps. Action speaks volumes on what you are committed to and your desire to make something happen. And I know we come up with 1,000 excuses on why we don't want to do something. And I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. I have too many bills to pay. I couldn't do that. I would never succeed. The list, no, at my age, I'll never be able to find a relationship. I get that from clients as well. I'm stuck. I don't want to take the risk, so on and so forth. There's hundreds, and if not thousands, of excuses that we tell ourselves, or when other people come talk to us and complain about their lives and their dissatisfaction, filled with excuses. And that's a telltale sign you're not serious, you're not committed. And don't look at the surface excuses. Look at what is at the core of it. And at the core of it is fear. They're just fearful, or you're just fearful. Laziness, you don't want to make the sacrifice and put forth the effort into solve a health issue. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to rehabilitate something that is bothering you. Um, or maybe you just want to get physically fit. Anything we want in life that's worthwhile requires courage, requires sacrifice, and requires effort. And we mistakenly wait until we feel courageous before we take action, instead of what I tell my clients, and I support them, and we set up a plan, and they had gentle accountability in our coaching sessions, is that courage comes after you do the thing you fear. And our ego is so crafty in manufacturing justifications, rationalizations, and excuses of why we're not taking action. And it's so much easier just to be honest with yourself and put all the excuses aside. And I make them to myself. I hear them for many clients. And it's almost like a greatest hits, that they're so repetitive and people think that those excuses are just unique to them, or those challenges or obstacles are unique to them. And some of them are, oh, I have so many options, I don't know what to do. Or I am making good money at my current job, I don't want to take the risk. Or I don't know if anyone will, oh, this is a big one. Making excuses as to why they can't meet a partner because women today are so toxic and they're only looking for a sugar daddy, or they want to be dominant in the relationship, or men, toxic masculinity, and there's so few good men out there, and all the good men are taken. Excuse after excuse after excuse. Being honest with yourself is saying, hey, you know what? I am not, I don't have high demand in the marketplace. Maybe you're not physically fit. Maybe you have some emotional, psychological baggage that you haven't worked through. Maybe you're not fulfilled in your career. Maybe you're financially unstable. Maybe you need to work on your appearance, on your wardrobe. Maybe you need to put some effort in getting professional pictures done for your dating apps and a really well-crafted profile. And all these things require time, energy, and effort. And when we make these excuses and blame it externally, oh, it's because of this, that, or the other, it's you are the problem and you are the solution. And instead of complaining, what we want to do, and what I support my clients in doing, is starting small. And all we need to do is get some momentum. And then you start building momentum and you start feeling good about yourself. A lot of people will make the excuse, I just don't feel good about my self-esteem. I have low self-esteem. Oh, I've heard that one so many times. When I improve my self-esteem, then I'll take action in finding a new job or finding a partner or doing something courageous. And self-esteem is not something you can manufacture out of thin air. Self-esteem comes through doing esteemable acts, things that are hard. One of the things I tell a number of my clients is you should wake up in the morning and ask yourself, what hard thing, what challenging thing can I do today? And look forward to the day. What uncomfortable conversations can I have? What risks can I take? How can I get outside of my comfort zone? And when you do hard and challenging things, you start feeling good about yourself. When you sit on your phone and spend 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day on screens and phones, you don't feel good about yourself. We have to challenge ourselves. So saying that my self-esteem is the obstacle or the barrier for whatever you want to accomplish, you're just lying to yourself. And I always admire, and I have a few of them, clients in coaching sessions. You know what, Steve? You're absolutely right. If I did what you are recommending, it would dramatically improve the quality of my life, would significantly increase my chances of meeting a high caliber, quality partner, or earn more money, or feel better about myself, or get more physically fit. But I'm not willing to do it. I'm just not going to do it. It requires too much time, energy, and effort. I don't want to make the sacrifice. I respect that. And that's what I'm encouraging you to do with yourself is just be honest. Because when we give up on the wish list goals and the fantasies of all the things that we perpetually tell ourselves that we want to do or we're going to change in the future, when we focus on that, we don't activate the ability to focus on the smaller things, the more realistic things that we're actually going to take action and that we are willing to do. Hey, maybe you're not willing to join a gym, but maybe you're willing to go on a walk. Maybe you're not willing to go to singles events, but maybe you're willing to put your picture up on a dating app for a profile or going on a blind date or starting just to work on your wardrobe and improve your attractability to people that you might be interested in. And one of the telltale signs, and I could tell pretty quickly in coaching sessions, is this is going to be a slow growth client, that they don't make dramatic changes, they don't make significant changes over time, but I need to see something. You have to show collateral, or otherwise let go of the goal, let go of the fantasy, let go of the thing that's causing you to suffer. Because when you cling on to this fantasy, you now measure reality in comparison to the fantasy, and you feel a sense of dissatisfaction and unhappiness. And so when you focus on what you're really willing to do, even if it's small, but if you are taking action, as small as it is, that is good collateral that you are serious about your goal, and you're serious about succeeding, and you're seriously about accomplishing things. When you are talking to other people, whether it's family or friends, that's what I love about being a coach, is I can be really honest with people. And if they want to find a more passive or a people pleasing coach, I'm not the person. I can be really honest. I'm not a family member. I'm not a friend. I tell people the truth of things that most people probably don't tell them, they haven't heard before, or they are in denial about. And that is the most constricting and stagnating state of mind to live in, is to be in denial. And when you're dealing with other people, call out their bullshit. Call out their perpetual habitual complaining about how dissatisfied they are in their lives, but they are not willing to take action. Listen, I'm a coach. This is my full-time career. I fall into this trap. And one of the best things my wife will tell me, take action. You're unhappy about this particular thing? Do something about it. Even if it's something small, we all need that kind of accountability and support. And sometimes when she tells me that, I'll look at it and go, "Oh, you know what? I don't really want to do it that bad." Like some of the things that frustrate me politically, what's going on with our culture and our world, and I'll just vent about it, which venting does no good, contrary to popular belief and science. If you're just perpetually venting, you're only making the problem worse and reinforcing those negative emotions. And when my wife will tell me that, I'll look at it and go, "Oh, you know what? I don't actually want to make that change that bad." One, because it seems so insurmountable, and two, it's not that important to me. So when you don't want to change something because you don't want to put the effort or you're too fearful, then just accept it. And I've been a lot more peace with the way things are going in our culture and society and politics, because I just accept it and I look at it, how can I grow from it? And the way I can grow from it is not complaining about it, but focusing on what I can control and focusing on my inner self development, my spiritual life, my relationship with God. All of those things are much more empowering than getting upset about things outside of my control. And it really is empowering and makes you feel excited to be alive, because a life that is challenging is rewarding and fulfilling. And we have gotten ourselves in a comfort crisis. Excuse me. That's why we perpetually complain, because the side effect of not pushing yourself, not sweating, not doing hard things, is self dissatisfaction and life dissatisfaction. And in order to accomplish what I'm talking about, is making sure you're harnessing your energy and you're not wasting it through complaining, venting, poor diet, poor sleep, not exercising, not getting sunlight. If you're an extrovert, not getting your social needs met, even if you're an introvert. And we just want to save our energy and spend it on things that are high value, instead of deceiving ourselves with these dreams and fantasies that are out of our budget. We just don't have the bandwidth or the energy or the wallet to pursue it. And then you can lower your expectations, lower your standards, and learn how to be content with the life you have. That's one of the most beautiful things in coaching is clients when they want to go down that path with me in our coaching process and just learning to be content with what you have. And I understand contentment does serve a purpose, but if you're not willing to take action in doing something about your discontentment, you'll enjoy your life a lot more just accepting reality, accepting your limitations. And that's what I have great peace with. As I get older, I don't have the fire and brimstone and the drive and the grit that I had when I was, my late teens and my 20s. Even in my early 30s, I'm at a different stage. And I've realized that all these external things are not necessary in order to feel peace and joy and contentment. And it's such a beautiful stage of life. And I love coaching younger clients as well because I wish someone had given me this knowledge and insight when I was a teen or when I was in my 20s or early 30s. And I have even clients in their 40s and 50s and 60s that still haven't realized that go, go, go and chasing all these external things and complaining about what you don't have only causes you to suffer. And what the purpose and my goal in living my life and helping my clients, and I think what we all deep down want is to be loved, to be appreciated, to be accepted. And we do that by creating value and helping other people. And secondly, we just want to feel a sense of peace, feel a sense of calm. A number of uh, a high number of issues that come up in coaching sessions is clients that run on just frenetic, hyper caffeinated energy, even if they're not having caffeine. They're just like constantly on, constantly in that orange or red zone. And what we really want deep down is just to be calm, to be relaxed, and to be at peace. And that is so achievable. You have two ways of becoming content: perpetually being on that treadmill and chasing all these external things that you foolishly believe will make you happy. And many of you will probably disagree with me. And all I would say is try this approach. And it's just exhausting to live that way. And when you realize the simple, even some would say boring life can be very rewarding and fulfilling if we change our mindset and our approach to life. Most people's approach to life is to boost their ego, have as many likes, have social acceptance, seek the approval of other people. And it's so empty because you constantly need your next refill or your next hit. And instead, when we learn that contentment and joy and peace comes within, you'll see that your drive of the goals that you say you want, maybe what you struggle with in not accomplishing them is they're not in alignment with who you are. They're out of alignment. And we've been so conditioned to chase things that are superficial and shallow. And then we can't understand why we're not achieving them. And it's never enough. You make 50,000, then you want 100,000. You make 100,000, you want 150,000, then 200,000. Like we're never satiated. And that's why the spiritual life is so much more rewarding and fulfilling. And the beautiful thing about it is you get guidance. Because one of the things that a lot of people will come to the coaching session. I have so many options. I don't know what to do. And they just stagnate. They don't take action. And when you're spiritually guided, the path is laid out in front of you. And how do you get spiritually guided? Connect with God, pray, spend time in silence, spend time in nature, but spend time being unplugged so you can listen to that spiritual voice, or if you want to call it your intuition. It's such a beautiful way to live. And if you want support and help, send me an email. It's in the description. And I thank you for listening. Comments, likes, subscribes. And if you want to support the channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. Me, even a small amount means the world to me, just to know that people find value in this content. And my videos tend to be on the longer side. I'd be curious of if you want to comment and give me your feedback if you like shorter, more succinct videos. I don't know if I could do them. That's not my style because I like to dive deeply into them. But any feedback that you have, and thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. It's been a long time on YouTube, and I have you to thank because even though this channel is extremely small, the few comments, the few emails that I get, and the few views keeps me going. So thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.